Okay, I'd like to talk about our standards with column graphs and what I expect from students when producing a column graph. So if we're assuming that this is our data table here, and we've got student name and there's student shoe size. So Brett has a shoe size of 7, Gary an 8, Sue a 5, Ben a 9, Tony a 4, Gail an 8, and Kim a 6. We're going to use this data to create our column chart. So the key features of our column chart is our y-axis down here and our x-axis. Now, of course, we're using a ruler to draw these lines and we label them. So that's labeled X and our y-axis is labeled Y. And overall, we're giving the graph a title. So in this case, our title is Shoe Size in Year 6. The title can be anything that describes exactly what you're trying to show in your graph. Now, our y-axis also needs a label. In this case, it'll be shoe size. So you can see on the y-axis here, I've gone from shoe size 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to shoe size 13. And on the x-axis, we've got student names. Now, I haven't really had room to write them horizontally like you'd expect, so I think it's perfectly acceptable to write them vertically like that, so that they fit neatly into the space that you're going to use for each column. Now, what I like to see here is I like to see a space between the y-axis and the first column, and then a space between each column. I think for basic primary school use, this is a really good approach because it clearly marks out each column separately, so there's no confusion. So what we're representing here is Brett. Brett has a shoe size of 7, so we're drawing a column up to the 7 point on our y-axis. Now you can see this has been ruled neatly at the top, ruled neatly down both sides. Gary, if we refer to our data table, has a shoe size of 8. On our graph, it shows Gary, and his shoe size is 8. Sue's shoe size is 5. On the column chart, her size is 5. Ben's a 9. Tony's a 4. Gail's an 8. And Kim is a 6. So overall, these are the standards that I would expect out of a primary school student, starting from about year 4, I would say. This would be, a high achievement for a year 4 student, and perfectly acceptable for a year 5 and a year 6 student as well, and it will set your students up perfectly for any statistics work that they need to do in high school as well. If you have any questions, let me know below and I'll do my best to address them. All right, thank you.